tonight.
I'm loving being on the blue team at the moment.
The blue team's trip away turns sour for Natalie.
Please don't treat me like I'm a child, because I'm not one.
You are acting like a child.
If you don't like it, send me home.
And
you can honestly tell me you're not succumbing to anything else.
Caitlin's guilty, gooey pleasure.
I was disgusted.
Then, truth outs on the scales.
I know that's not what you want to hear, Shannon.
Will Shannon walk?
I was shattered.
Quiet without that blue team around. No Cal.
No Cal. No downtime now.
No day off either by the look of it.
You can only hear the voices of the black team.
Yay!
While the blue team are away, I wanted to check in with my black team and see how they're progressing.
How are you all?
Good.
Good.
Well, it's time for training, but before we do that, Caitlin, correct me if I'm wrong, you bid for a set of scales?
Yes. Winning the scales at the auction this week is a huge advantage.
Once, twice.
16. I can keep track of how well I'm doing, or if I need to put in more work, I can see that.
Caitlin, let's go find those scales and weigh in.
Cool.
See you soon.
See what we're dealing with, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
Caitlin should be worried if she doesn't get a good result on the scales. She's a member of the black team. We want to come in above that yellow line. Otherwise, her position here with the biggest loser is in jeopardy.
It's the best feeling in the world to win a challenge.
Set, mate.
Come on, trainee.
Clear.
This is it, trainee. Nah.
Amazing.
And not only that, we get to spend a weekend at the Golden Door Health Retreat. Awesome.
So, Cal, think you're on the right team now, mate?
Oh, I'm loving being on the blue team at the moment.
Definitely the right time for you.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, this is good. It's very exciting to be leaving the Biggest Loser house. We've been there for quite a while now, so just to get out, you know, a bit of pampering, a bit of spoiling, it's great.
I really needed this after 4 weeks in the house, and to come to the Hunter Valley at the Golden Door, like, and they're stuck back at base camp, like, yeah, have fun with their cold showers.
Yeah, it's so sad, isn't it?
Yeah, heart's breaking for them.
Here we are. Blue team's domain.
After my weigh-in with Commando, I'm feeling really nervous.
And before we get started, Caitlin's got a little news to share with the group, with the team, about her results on the scales.
How much you lost?
I have gained 500 grams.
Gain? Really? A weight gain could have a huge effect on weighing. Last week we were lucky to stay above the yellow line, and putting on 500 grams could certainly put us under it this week.
Gain.
Yeah.
Oh, Caitlin. We are all going to pay for Caitlin's weight gain today.
2, 1, go! Caitlin's put on 500 grams. This is where we dig deep.
Push time.
10 seconds in. Time.
At last week's weighing, Caitlin was the biggest loser of the week.
3.6 kilos.
Are you serious?
Since then, she says she's up to training.
You want to be above that yellow line? You got to dig deep. Keep pushing.
If Caitlin is training as hard as she said she is, the only other thing is her nutrition. What's going on that front? Talk me through what you eat on a daily basis.
Chicken and an apple.
Is that all you're eating in a day? Why?
That's all I eat on your diet.
The fact that I don't like it, it doesn't taste good, doesn't roll in my book.
Do you understand that that's not sustainable?
Yeah.
There's no longevity in that?
But, come on, you don't gain 500 grams from eating a little chicken and a few apples. There's got to be something else.
You can honestly tell me you're not succumbing to anything else.
Have sliced cheese.
How much cheese?
Caitlin's came up with a way to make a little snack, and it's a couple of slices of cheese in a cup mixed in with a bit of Vegemite after it's been in the microwave for a couple of minutes. And it's not the healthiest looking thing, but she seems to enjoy it.
I was disgusted. Yeah, that's not a diet.
How come you couldn't stand up and say it to me, Caitlin?
Well, scare me. How could you be scared of him? He's here to help us.
I know.
The only reason I'll come down on you like a ton of bricks is when I find things out after I've had to push and pry to get them out, or someone else comes to me and tells me.
I felt let down. Keeping it a secret, doing it behind my back, that just isn't good enough.
This is a team effort. Caitlin, minimum 120. Set.
This is going to hurt.
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Minimum 130. You can, Caitlin, you can. You can eat the cheese, you can eat the yogurt, you're not sticking to the diet. Let's go, bring it up.
It was bloody hard. I was struggling, but luckily he was up concentrating on Caitlin.
Let's go. Come on, a little more. 5 more seconds, dig a little deeper. Look at that, you're over 130. Keep it going. Rest.
I'm feeling really exhausted. I've got burning legs. But I need to show Commando that I'm willing to work to get that 500 grams back off.
That's it, Caitlin. Look at that. Almost there. All the way.
Keep it going, come on.
Caitlin miraculously went above and beyond.
15 more seconds, she's at 135. Keep it there. Go, Caitlin, 10 seconds. Craig's at 170. That's it, let's go. 2, 1, time.
I'd like to think that Caitlin's done enough in today's training, but only time will tell.
That's what we all need, is a good ass kicking from time to time.
The ultimate test is when she stands on those scales.
Still to come.
Cook the mushrooms if you like as well.
Cooking with Commando.
Commando gets stuck into Caitlin's diet.
You're eating that.
Tastes all right.
And later...
I can't physically do it.
You can physically do it.
What's eating Natalie?
If you don't like it, send me home.
I'm disappointed that Caitlin isn't following my nutritional plan, so I wanted to pull Caitlin aside and have a chat about her diet. She's not giving her body the nutrients she requires to train hard and to lose weight.
All right, Caitlin. I want to see, with my own eyes, exactly what it is you've been eating.
Okay.
Therefore, she's going to jeopardise her position and the black team's position here at The Biggest Loser.
So you've got your chicken.
Yep.
And Vegemite and cheese. So you've got a plate?
I do it in a cup.
You do it in a cup?
Yeah, so I can melt the cheese. I make this cheesy stack by breaking up pieces of cheese into a cup, 2 slices.
2 slices.
Just break it up. Putting a teaspoon of Vegemite in it. It's about a teaspoon. Guesstimate here. Then put it in the microwave. 30 seconds. Microwaving it 30 seconds and then stirring it together, and there you have it.
You're eating that.
Tastes all right.
You need to teach those taste buds some new habits and what it's like to eat, you know, fresh, whole food. Let's focus on making a salad. Let's make a Commando salad.
The base of a Commando salad is lettuce.
You got a bowl we can put this lettuce in?
Followed by some cucumber, some mushrooms.
You know, you can cook the mushrooms if you like as well.
Okay.
Some capsicum, some tomatoes, chicken.
A little skillet, eh?
The good, wholesome things. Cooking with Commando.
Bob's your uncle. There you go.
Beautiful.
Got a meal.
Thank you. I do find salad and vegetables visually appealing.
Now you've made lunch, you can eat it.
I just don't like the taste of them at all.
Doesn't that look good?
Yep.
I want to see you eat something. You're looking a little nervous about sticking lettuce in your mouth.
I was trying my hardest to swallow it.
Does it really taste that bad?
I was going to dry reach. I was just trying to concentrate on not throwing up all over the commando.
Cool.
Yep. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to leave you with your salad. Enjoy.
Thanks.
Caitlin didn't enjoy eating the salad at all, but I really don't care. If putting on 500 grams isn't enough motivation for Caitlin to pull out all stops, I don't know what it's going to take.
Well, this sure beats Camp Biggest Loser. Katrina, what a victory.
It was good for the blue, wasn't it?
What a cracking place is this? We're at the Golden Door Health Retreat in the Hunter Valley, New South Wales. A perfect place to train and relax. Lined up for your massages and your pedicures and your facials and all that sort of stuff. Yeah?
Yeah.
You deserve it. But this is no holiday. I just hope the blue team make correct nutritional choices and continue to train hard while getting spoiled. Now, everybody's heads in the game. Homework last night, this morning. Everyone? 600?
I didn't do it.
How come?
Because it's up till 11:30, so I didn't do it, and I don't have any other excuse.
It's waking up early then. That's an excuse. Got all day. You could have slept in the car on the way up here. You could have done whatever you want. You've got nothing else to do. You got to get up. The scales are coming. We've got to weigh in. Nat.
I can't do it at 5:30 in the morning.
Why?
Because I can't.
Why can't you?
Because it makes me sick, and it makes me sick all day. That's what happened to me
The training
yesterday.
doesn't make you sick. It must be something
I
else.
make it up in the afternoon.
Natalie's my survivor. I had the utmost respect for her. Yet, I just kept hearing excuses. Have you ever been on holidays overseas? Nat?
I have.
How did you adjust?
Not very well.
But did you adjust?
Yes.
Okay, so you do adjust. I've got some hard facts. Nobody's a morning person. When your alarm goes off, you get your backside out of bed and you get moving.
I can't physically do it.
You can physically do it. And the more you say it, the more you're going to become that.
If you don't like it, send me home.
Get your backside out of bed and we'll find a solution.
Oh, you help me and I'll do it.
We will. Good.
But please don't treat me like I'm a child, because I'm not one. And I do try.
You are acting like a child. I'm sorry, Mum.
Wasn't very impressed being told off this morning because I just can't train at 5:30.
Everybody ready to train? All right, running clockwise around those hats, go.
And he comes along at 7:45 anyway, and we're back in the gym. So you don't want to be wearing yourself out before he gets there.
Set, go. Work, that's it, girls. Work, yeah, core up. With the weigh-in just around the corner. It's time for Natalie to toughen up, to get her backside out of bed and start being a morning person. It's time to break old habits. Go. Everybody make it. This is our last chance training to earn your spa treatment. Let's go. So much rides on this last chance training session. 20, go. 4 seconds to get there. 21, 22, 23, 24. Because if Natalie doesn't step it up, 28, 29, she could push the blue team under the yellow line again.
The blue team arrived back from the Golden Door last night from a great weekend away, and now we're straight into weigh-in. I'm a bundle of nerves, but there's a little part of me that thinks that it might be Blues week to go above the yellow line.
Welcome back, Blue Team.
Thanks, Hayley.
How was your time at the Golden Door?
Amazing.
Yeah. Lovely. Oh, that's good. And Cal, you wanted a facial, didn't you?
I certainly did, Hayley, and I got a nice one too, so it was well worth the reward.
Skin looks so alive.
Feel alive. Yeah, it was nice to be pampered. Black team was staying behind and doing it hard, and yeah, we were living the high life. It was great.
You look very rested, I must say.
Thank you very much, Hayley.
But how will your relaxing break impact on the scales today? This week has been jam-packed with highs and lows. We had our very first Biggest Loser auction. The auction was very spirited. Wow! With letters from home, videos, cash, weight advantages, and of course, immunity up for grabs. Cal, you were the winning bidder, and unless you put weight on today, nothing can touch you. You have immunity. Well done.
Thank you.
Tony, you pocketed a handy 500-gram weight advantage for today's weigh-in, and that may just be what the black team needs as a boost. Well, Commando, your black team is yet to lose a weigh-in.
Yeah.
Do you think complacency's setting in?
I've pushed them as hard as I can this week, and from all accounts, you know, in their own training, they've been stepping it up.
My only concern this week is Caitlin. Earlier in the week, she'd put on 500 grams, and if she hasn't been able to turn that around, the black team is in real jeopardy of falling below that yellow line.
The first team to take the scales will be the black team. And the first person up will be Tony. Good luck.
Oh, here we go. It's not good. The last weigh-in is definitely playing on my mind. I was very unhappy with the 1.9, so I've tried to step up my training, but you never know what's going to happen on the scales.
Tony, last week you weighed 109.8 kilos. Your current weight is 107.1 kilos. That's a loss of 2.7 kilos. Well done. And with your 500-gram weight advantage, that brings it up to 3.2 kilos.
I'm actually a lot happier with that than I was last week, yeah.
Have you put in more work this week?
Well, I definitely have put in more work. I've been sort of maintaining the diet, and I'm pretty happy with the results of that in my blood sugar readings. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And what was it at?
So I wasn't getting a reading anywhere below sort of 9 for a long time.
That was prior to coming to the Biggest Loser?
Yeah, yeah. Yesterday I tested just before dinner and I was down to 3.6.
Wow.
Which is great, yeah. I probably have had the symptoms of diabetes for easy about 12 years, and I'm on 2 lots of medication for that, morning and night.
Well, great start for your team this week, Tony.
Thank you.
You can rejoin them. Well done.
Now that I have the safe blood sugar levels, I'm hoping that my medication will reduce, and then if I maintain that, hopefully completely get rid of it.
The next person to weigh in will be Kerry. Come on up.
When I was walking up to the scales, I felt quietly confident because I did have a big week, exercise-wise and the diet, but you just never know what you can pull out.
Kerry, last week you weighed 122 kilos. Your current weight is 118.8 kilos. That's a loss of 3.2 kilos. Great job, Kerry. 3.2, under 120.
Getting there, yeah, it's good. Haven't been in that straight for a long time.
Well, Kerry, how is the future looking for you and Tony now?
Well, just look at her, how beautiful she's looking.
She's
Fantastic,
more beautiful,
yeah.
more beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's good, Hayley. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things we can do that we weren't doing.
Kerry, you did win $3 grand this week, so maybe a second honeymoon?
Oh, every day's a honeymoon with her.
Attaboy.
You just know the right words, don't you, Kerry?
Yeah, Hayley. Just fantastic. It's hard to put into words how good it feels. You know, 5 weeks into the journey or whatever we are, I've got so many people to thank already for where I am and where Tony is.
Sharon, last week you weighed 97.8 kilos. Your current weight is 95.6 kilos. That's a loss of 2.2 kilos. Craig, last week you weighed 161.2 kilos. Your current weight is 156.4 kilos. That's a loss of 4.8 kilos. Jane, last week you weighed 107 kilos. Your current weight is 106.1 kilos. That's a loss of 0.9.
When I looked at my number and it was only 900 grams, I wanted to cry.
I was just absolutely gutted.
What were you hoping for this week?
Oh, at least 2.5, 3 kilos. Oh, I've trained a lot harder than I have the other weeks.
Do you feel like you may have let your team down with that number? Is that why you're upset?
I've let myself down more than the team because we all come here with a goal in mind, and like if I keep getting it at that, like I'm going nowhere fast.
Jane's weight loss of 900 grams definitely wasn't what I was expecting. And with Caitlin still to weigh in, this is not looking good.
Caitlin, this week you won the personal scales at the auction. How handy was that?
Looking back, I probably would have rathered not buying them.
Really? Why is that?
I had gained 500 grams.
Ooh.
I couldn't bring myself to weigh myself again after that. I was just training really hard.
All right, Caitlin, it's time to weigh in. Come on up.
Thanks, Hayley.
Caitlin's definitely upped the ante since realising that she'd put on 500 grams. You know, she's had to dig deeper than ever. I just hope that she's done enough.
I have no idea what it's going to say, and I'm so nervous.
Caitlin, last week you weighed 118.6 kilos. Your current weight is?
I don't want to be the person to put our team under the yellow line.
Caitlin's definitely upped the ante since realising earlier in the week that she'd put on 500 grams. You know, she's had to dig deeper than ever. I just hope that she's done enough.
Caitlin, last week you weighed 118.6 kilos. Your current weight is? 116.8 kilos. That's a loss of 1.8 kilos and brings your team's total weight loss to 16.1 kilos and gives the black team a total weight loss percentage of 2.25%. Well done. Caitlin, relief?
Yes, definitely. It's better than what I thought was going to happen.
I'm extremely relieved that Caitlin has had a weight loss at all. But I'm not quite sure if that's enough to keep us above the yellow line.
OK, blue team, it's your turn to face the scales. In order to beat the black team, you need to lose at least 13.8 kilos. Cal, do you think you'll need your immunity this week?
Definitely not. I don't think immunity really comes into play, so, yeah.
Well, Cal, because you have immunity, you'll be weighing in first. Come on up.
Weighing in on the blue team for the first time, I was pretty nervous. I know that I do have immunity, but I also don't want to have slackened off so that if I haven't lost enough weight, it puts the blue team below the yellow line.
Cal, last week you weighed 117.4 kilos. Your current weight is? 114.5 kilos. That's a loss of 2.9 kilos. Well done, Cal.
Thanks, Hayley.
Kev, last week you weighed 180.6 kilos. Your current weight is? 177.2 kilos. That's a loss of 3.4 kilos. Shannon, last week you weighed 87.7 kilos. Your current weight is? 86 kilos. That's a loss of 1.7 kilos and brings your team's total weight loss so far to 8 kilos. Well, Shannon, you got letters from home this week. How was that?
It says, "To Mum, I am so proud of you. I miss you so much, but I want you to stay as long as you can. Love from Ava." To hear them saying that they want me to stay, it was good to hear, but I guess if I heard, you know, they wanted me to come home, then that'd be an out for me. I know that's not what you want to hear, Shannon.
Mum, let's have a tea party. Come inside.
You know, I love my two girls more than anything in the world. It's been very difficult being away from my family. I struggle with it every day.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Ava's birthday, that's all. She'll be 10. For me not to be there for her double figures, look, I won't lie, it'll absolutely break my heart.
Listening to the way, Shannon, that you've explained your relationship with your daughters, it's not about having the best cake for them and all that sort of stuff. They want their mum back, you know? And I think that's the greatest present you could ever give them.
Yeah. Everything, I miss everything. I'm not there to do the things I normally do with them and for them. You know, not gonna lie. There's a part of me that wants to go home.
The next person up on the scales is Katrina. Come on up.
Had the two mums left to weigh in and 5.8 kilos to beat the black team. Even though the odds were stacking up against us, I knew the mums could both pull 3 kilos each.
Katrina, last week you weighed 120.2 kilos. Your current weight is... $117.1 kilos. That's a loss of 3.1 kilos and brings your team's total weight loss so far to 11.1 kilos.
I can breathe again, Hayley.
I think being the last person to weigh in always puts pressure on anybody. I suppose it felt like it was all on me at the end.
Well, Nat, in order to win the weigh-in for your team, you need to lose at least 2.7 kilos. Worked hard this week?
Relatively hard, yep. I haven't been very well again this week, so we'll see how we go.
Well, Natalie, good luck. Come on up.
The last person to weigh in, and I have to pull 2.7 kilos, and I'm really feeling quite sick.
Nat, last week you weighed 105.9 kilos. Your current weight is... $105 kilos. That's a loss of 900 grams and brings your team's total weight loss to 12 kilos and gives the blue team a total weight loss percentage of 1.96%. And I'm sorry to say, Nat, you and the blue team have fallen below the yellow line and will be facing elimination. I'm sorry. Nat, 900 grams.
That's still a loss, Hayley.
Still a loss?
Yeah, I'm not going to be disappointed with the loss.
900 grams is a horrible weight. We're not in the outside world. We're in the Biggest Loser house, for goodness sake. Let's stop the wish-wash. 900 grams in the Biggest Loser house for a week is not good enough. All right, it's time to do things my way. You are just as capable as everybody else to get up when the alarm goes off this week. You're up at the same time as everybody else regardless.
I was up at 5 o'clock this morning, Shannon. Don't know who was in the gym or what time they got there, but I was up at 5.
Nat, how much do you want to stay here so you can prove that you can do your maximum effort?
I do want to be here. I'm doing whatever I possibly can when I'm well.
Not in the mornings.
I'm trying, Shannon. I am trying. You know, and I'm not sitting on my ass all day. I'm out there doing stuff.
It's time for you to go, right, here I am. I'm going to make the most of my time. You know, we're trying to motivate you, and what we're getting back is anger and frustration. Tell me why you're here again.
Because I wanted to change my life. I want to be healthier, and it's still a number down. It's not a number up, so I'm happy with that.
Everybody could see the anger and frustration on Natalie's face on those scales. Her lack of activity had been exposed. Natalie's a great chick. She's my survivor, and I see so much potential in her. At the moment, however, I have got serious doubts if Natalie wants to be here at the Biggest Loser.
Well, it's been another very tense weigh-in, but congratulations must go to Craig. Congratulations, you are this week's Biggest Loser.
Finally.
Well, black and blue teams, together you've lost a total of 28.1 kilos this week. And at $300 a kilo, you guys have just raised $8,430 for Ararat. That takes the town kitty to $55,440. Well done.
The money to Ararat is always, I love seeing it. It's for the community we're here. It's not only for ourselves. So every cent we can give back to Ararat is just fantastic.
But sadly, blue team, your efforts have fallen narrowly short. You guys are now below the yellow line for the 4th week in a row. You now must decide which 2 team members will face elimination on your behalf. Black team and trainers, it's now time to leave the weighing room and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Hayley.
So, nice knowing you.
Levels 2 train?
Oh, well, no, it's not always the way it's going to go. But, like, Kev was up last week, unless you want to go up again, Kev.
No matter what's been said, I honestly think all year 3 need to stay here more than anything else, and we can't look out because he's got the immunity. I don't want to go home, but I honestly don't think any of you 3 should. That's my honest opinion.
It's a difficult choice. Who deserves to be possibly going home?
Black team, welcome to elimination.
Thanks, Hayley.
Well, guys, it's been an impressive performance so far. You are yet to fall below the yellow line. For weeks, the blue team has been at your mercy, and you're about to wield your power over them yet again. Let's find out who tonight's nominees are. Natalie and Shannon, welcome to elimination.
Thanks, Hayley.
Well, Natalie and Shannon, despite all the hard work you've put in over the last few weeks, unfortunately, one of you will be going home tonight. Kerry, you look sad to see these mums sitting here.
Oh, look, this wield of the power that you call it for us it's the worst power we've got to wield. Like, it's just a horrible job.
I think it's hard for everybody, Hayley. It's not a decision you want to make. You're ruining somebody's journey at the Biggest Loser house.
Yeah, even though they're in the blue, we are one big happy family. Like, it's going to be hard to see one of them go, but it is a game, and we do have to make this decision, which is hard. How did you guys come about to pick you 2?
Like Kev won it last week, and Kevin, Cal and Katrina were all the biggest losers of the week.
Yeah.
Shannon's been struggling a little bit, and I was the smallest loser, so I decided that it was time for me to put my hand up.
Okay.
How badly do you still want to be here?
I need to be here, Hayley. I'm not ready to go home yet. I haven't finished my journey here at all. I still feel I've got a long way to go.
And Shannon, how are you feeling about the possibility of going home tonight?
Oh. I'm confused, Hayley. There is a part of me that wants to desperately go home tonight. I'm struggling. I am struggling. This is hard. I believe I have changed, but I think I've got as far as I can.
But would you like to see if that is true?
I'm frightened of finding out, I think, Hayley.
What's that?
I don't know.
I suppose what gets to me is to be one of the 14 to be picked from Ararat is a pretty special thing to get. And to walk out after 5 weeks, yeah, that doesn't sit well with me, that's for sure.
I'm struggling. It's not because of them at home, it's me. I am struggling.
Well, Sharon, you've been fortunate enough to have your breakthrough. Do you think Shannon's yet to have hers?
Yeah, I don't think she's had it yet, but...
I have.
And I believe there's still more, darling.
I think, you know, in the long term, it's a small price to pay, giving up a few months of your life for the better picture. And I'm sure the kids, when they're older, it'll be just one birthday they miss for so many more long term. And I think it's worthwhile digging deep and fighting through this week and moving on.
Do you both think, like, this week you've put in 100%? The whole week, like, not just training, like everything?
I can honestly say I put in 100% for every training session I've done.
Today on the scales, you said at 5 o'clock you were in training. This morning when I left my bedroom, it was 5:15 to go train. You were still there.
Well, I'm sorry, I did think it was 5 o'clock. I'm sorry. But I definitely did get straight up out of bed and got dressed and off I went.
Well, Tony, you've got two mums that are sitting here. One really wants to stay, but one really wants to go, but needs to stay. So what do you do?
I'm still trying to make my decision. And the thing is, I suppose you want to make a fair decision. Yeah, I'm really torn.
Look, whatever they vote, you know, on the outside, I can't wait to catch up with you all.
The black team need to do what the black team needs to do. If they want to vote Shannon out, that's fine. And if it's me, well, I'll just have to bear it and try and go home and try and do it on my own, but I would much rather be here.
Well, black team, it's time for you to choose the person you'd like to leave the competition. It's now time for you to cast your votes. Shannon and Natalie, the first person to receive 4 votes will be eliminated. If it's a hung vote, 3 votes apiece, then the person with the lowest weight loss percentage will be eliminated. And Nat, unfortunately, that's you. Well, girls, good luck to both of you.
Thanks, Hayley.
Thank you.
Sharon, please reveal your vote.
Being a mum with 2 mums sitting there, to me, it's very hard. They're both amazing, amazing ladies. So I'm sorry, I voted Nat.
Natalie, that's 1 vote to you. Kerry, please reveal your vote.
Whichever one does go home tonight, keep this journey going, continue it. Don't waste what you've learnt so far. And I'm not going to be Mr. Popular for this, but I voted for you, Natalie, sorry.
Natalie, that's 2 votes to you. Shannon, you're still on 0. Natalie, if you get 1 more vote, you will be eliminated. Tony, please reveal your vote.
Hayley, this was a supremely difficult choice. And I really hope I've made the right decision.
Natalie, if you receive 1 more vote, you will be eliminated. Tony, please reveal your vote.
Hayley, this was a supremely difficult choice. And in the end, I have sort of gone with the person who I think will have a very supportive extended family support to continue this journey at home. And I really hope I've made the right decision. And I chose Natalie too.
Okay, thank you.
Well, Nat, that's 3 votes to you. Unfortunately, it has been decided that you are not the biggest loser. I'm sorry.
No problem. But I did want to stay. Does that make sense?
We know.
Yeah. I do feel sorry for Shani because she does want to go home.
Shannon, a bittersweet result for you tonight?
I'm touched that everyone has such faith in me.
We really do.
Just hope I can do it, because I don't want to let you down.
You won't, Shan. No matter what you do, you're not going to let us down.
I'm sorry, Shan. But I'll contact Scott.
Thank you.
And tell him you're fine, and yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Did you enjoy the cuddle? All right. No hard feelings at all. I'm good.
Natalie, it is time to say your goodbyes and we'll see you soon.
No worries.
See you, Natty. Take care. I'm sorry.
See you, honey. Don't give up. I won't. I won't be allowed to. See you, boo. Oh, good. Bye, guys.
See you, Nat. See you guys.
I'm feeling a bit sad driving away from the Biggest Loser house. But this Biggest Loser experience has been the best experience of my life. And, you know, if I had tried to lose 12 kilos at home in a couple of weeks, there'd be no way. It wouldn't have happened for me. But now that I know that I can do that and how you do that, I'm sure I'll be able to do it. So as soon as I get home tomorrow, I'm going to have to get stuck into it straight away and not lose a minute.